In recognition of merit or service to the horror genre, you have been knighted. And of course, only a king can knight you. I am King Nikki, and this is Night of Horror. Want to know a little about me? I have a sick sense of humor, and I like to talk horror movies, but sometimes I do talk other genres and TV shows. Today, I am talking the mystery thriller Trap. After Old, I said that I would never watch an M. Night Shyamalan movie ever again, but I'm a masochist, I guess. So I did watch Knock at the Cabin, which I hated, and you can check out both of those reviews on this channel. But I came back yet again because I just have like this dumb hope every time M. Night puts out a movie. I mean, he always has a great idea and premise, which hooks me in. Knights, do remember to support the channel or die.
Go. Just please go. Please go. No! No! Get away! Get away from me, please!
So if you want to live, you better like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below, unless you just like pain and suffering, which I do understand. If you want to marry me, I need you to propose with a horror VHS tape. Do not disrespect me with a ring. Truly though, I never want to get married to a man because I am married to film, so a man will only be my side piece. Now, I might not want to get married, but I do want to talk the new movie Trap, so let's get right into it. First off, I thought Trap had a really interesting premise. Josh Hartnett plays Father Cooper, who does Father Cooper. He's not a priest. Josh Hartnett plays a father, Cooper, who goes to a pop concert with his teen daughter and quickly realizes that they have entered into a trap. Cooper is a serial killer and somehow has seemingly made a mistake along the way. And the cops, have, along with this like special profiler who was honestly giving like a cheesy, halfway useless Dr. Loomis the entire movie. They know the butcher will be in attendance at this concert and have set a trap for him. Trap had a lot going for it for me and my personal taste. I love a one location movie. I feel like, yes, it could get stagnant, but I love just a one location when the filmmakers are really creative and are able to really keep a story with momentum going. I love Josh Hartnett. If you watch my video on the 15 greatest Scream Kings of all time, do you know just how much I love him? And if you haven't watched that video,
take your best shot.
watch previews and I try to go into every movie as blind as possible, so I literally knew nothing. All I knew was Josh Hartnett was playing a dad at a concert and that cops were trying to catch a serial killer. Like, that was it. So off rip, when the movie opens, I hated the fact initially that they gave away that Cooper was in fact the serial killer, but I got over that quickly because the movie isn't about whether he is actually the serial killer or not, which that's what I thought going in, because you know M. Night always got to twist up his sleeve, child. The movie is this cat and mouse trapped in a cage type of situation. Now off top, I will tell you that I love this movie. It's flawed as hell, but I had a really good time with Trap. Now the movie is pretty chaotic and not very grounded in reality. I mean, who immediately finds parking at a concert? A lot of things in this movie was truly unbelievable, but I gotta say, that didn't bother me. I kind of just took it for what it was and rode the ride. The glue that holds it all together though, the highlight is definitely Josh Hartnett being gorgeous and giving us his version of Dexter. That man's performance here was so mesmerizing. I typically say that Victor Crowley is a great horror villain stuck in a bad movie. Josh Hartnett played a great horror villain trapped in a bad movie. Josh Hartnett in any horror or horror adjacent movie is always a gem. Please give him more starring roles. I think the last time I saw Josh Hartnett was that Jason Statham movie, Wrath of Man, which I also reviewed on my channel, the early days of my channel, but still check it out. But it was so refreshing to see him in Trap. I gotta say, Trap has some truly horrific dialogue. In particular, though, I want to highlight there is this speech that a cop gives during this briefing at the concert, mind you, where he holds up a picture of one of the butcher's victims and he's like, "This man was a teacher. He should be a winner." Wait, What? So if the butcher were killing prostitutes, like, y'all wouldn't be here. But in general, the entire movie will have you saying, like, who talks like that? Like, that's how I felt the bulk of the movie. Who talks like that? But it's also an odd scene because, baby, y'all are not organized. Shouldn't you have a briefing before the damn job starts? Like, before we got here? But Josh Hartnett's character is the only odd dialogue that works for me. And that's likely thanks to his performance and line delivery. Cooper was giving us this like weirdo creep smile, a fake charisma, trying to act normal but coming off like a serial killer, odd dialogue. It worked so well and with the character and how Josh Hartnett played him. I love this movie, but I won't defend the undefendable, okay? No one in this movie felt like a real person. Nothing about this world feels like the real world. I will say the daughter was good. She felt like she kind of represented the audience in some ways when they're at the concert, right? And Cooper is doing all this like crazy stuff and saying crazy stuff. And his daughter in moments would be like, why are you acting weird? Why are you acting like that? What is wrong with you? It works well because you're in the audience watching the movie literally thinking like you're thinking that just about every character, but even especially in moments with the dad, with Cooper, when he keeps leaving his daughter and, hey, let's go search and see what's under the stage. Like, wait, what? So the daughter literally does that. She's just like, what is up with you? But particularly, I also have to point out the guy who works at the concert, who goes to get this t-shirt for Cooper's daughter and just lets Cooper traipse, all in these other areas and tells him all kind of stuff and, gives him the little code word. And that's something that I didn't like. Also, the movie explains itself too much. There is way too many moments of characters over explaining stuff. Oh, and let's backtrack because I forgot to address something. So the whole idea of the cops setting up this trap is the dumbest shit ever. I'm sorry. And I know movies always make cops pretty freaking dumb. I'm talking to you, The Fugitive. But Trap goes beyond in lots of different ways. First of all, we learn in the third act that Cooper's wife followed him to this empty house he has. And wait a minute. Okay, I told y'all this movie is chaotic. What is a chaotic? This movie is chaotic, so my review might be a bit chaotic as well, because it's like I keep wanting to jump to different points. Let's address the wife. So your husband goes to an empty house and is a good liar, and you leap to he's a serial killer? That made no sense to me whatsoever. Like, okay. But anyway, the wife takes a piece of the concert ticket, like receipt, leaves it at that house, calls an anonymous tip to the cops, that, hey, come check this out because it's the butcher house. Again, what? Why would you let your daughter go to the concert with her possible serial killer father? And of all the things you could leave, why leave a ticket receipt to the concert of your daughter's life? What? Let's say they set this trap or whatever, and like her call worked. Your daughter would have been at the concert and saw her father arrested for being a damn serial killer. Mom, I don't think you've thought this through. The whole thing was just stupid because why endanger your kids? But okay, backtrack to the original track. Okay, the cops and this plan and how idiotic it is. Child, talk about liability issues. The girl who got burned with the grease, which why the hell was she staring at it so close and for so long? But she should absolutely sue the entire police department and the entire city. Like, sue the city. I would think the smart move would be to look into like the ticket purchases. People use credit cards and stuff. You can track those things, get their names, find out their identities, pull only men in a certain age range, do background checks, look into them, do door to door, like how they want to question everyone, get all the info from the ticket, go knock on people's doors and question them. Hell, stay outside the concert venue, take pictures of all the men entering and leaving, and again, run them through the system, do background checks, etc. You have thousands of innocent people, including tons of teen girls, minors, and you are literally putting them all in danger. danger. If y'all try to apprehend a serial killer, he's not going to go down easy. Someone can get hurt. Someone can get killed. Also, once cornered, he is going to do anything to get out. The profiler even says how he will try to create distractions. Well, you know what a good distraction is? Kill a few people, cause a panic and riot. Like, it's just liabilities at every turn. It just feels like too many things that the cops cannot control. Too many chances for chaos and panic and for people to get killed and hurt. We are told that there are 3,000 men in attendance at this concert and that the cops plan to question every single one. First of all, that just don't seem probable to me. But I'm also confused why the police presence didn't cause a panic. Y'all keep pulling people. We see throughout the movie they're pulling people. Why nobody looking around like, what if there's all these SWAT here and pulling folks aside? But also, if I'm a serial killer and I see this huge abnormal police presence, I would just leave. Like, I wouldn't go into the concert. I would pull up and I literally would not go inside. Or if I don't catch on until I am inside, my thing I was thinking as I was watching the movie was I would just hide in the concert venue and not leave for a while like Clive Owen did in that movie Inside. And speaking of the concert, the truly most disturbing part of the movie is having to sit through all of the damn music. The young lady playing Lady Raven, such a generic pop star name, first of all. Beautiful girl, nice voice, she can sing, but the kitty bop, teeny bopper poppy songs were literally making my ears bleed. Every song sounded the same. Oh, Jesus, we sit through so much of Lady Raven's music in the car on the way to the concert. The daughter singing the music that made my ears bleed. My God, that scene was so cringe. I mean, at least when Freddie Prinze Jr. did that in I Still Know, it was at least a good song. And then we have to literally sit through the entire fucking concert. We literally sit through the entire fucking concert. Jesus. And y'all, okay, I'm sorry, but that's what's pissing me off. It literally felt like we were watching the whole concert, like each number, each song. It was excruciating. Like, that ain't what I came here for. I was not signing up for a concert special. The worst part of the entire movie is the fact that the it's all centered on this concert. At least when Brandy started in Double Platinum, the music was good. I don't know if I'm just old and the teeny bopper music just isn't for me. Like, maybe I'm not the demographic, but it was the jankiest concert and just the shankiest music I've ever heard in my life. But also, why is the dad sitting through this? I went to see B2K at 15 years old and my mother did not go with me. She bought tickets for me and my god sister. I feel like your parents never liked the new teeny bopper music act and would not want to sit through my mom want to sit through B2K. I just would have enjoyed this a lot more without the hyper focus on the music. Singing in the car, the entire damn concert. Then in the third act, Lady Raven sits at the piano and we have to hear yet another song as if we haven't heard her sing enough. But I did like the stress of Cooper trying to figure out how to get out of the concert venue. And it was fun trying to, like, is he going to make it out? What will he do to get out? And speaking of dumb cops, we are told that there are 3,000 men, right? And that they are going to question every single one. The profiler also says how the butcher will come up with all kinds of stuff to evade them. Yet Cooper goes traipsing around the entire freaking stadium, backstage, on the damn roof, walks through a horde of cops, and it's all just really easy and no one says a thing to him. I thought y'all were questioning every single man here. You didn't question this one. The part that really took me out was when Cooper goes to the roof and they have these two cops up there unexpectedly because he thought that was his way to get out. They asked for the code word and a card that the employees were given because Cooper is pretending to be an employee. Like, he just put on an apron and a little badge and, you know, that was enough to fool the cops. Cooper was acting so damn weird in this scene and so off, and the cops are just like, all right, bruh. Okay, so let's move this along. Cooper ends up with the plan to get his daughter backstage. Lady Raven always picks one girl from the audience to dance on stage and, you know, go backstage. So Cooper goes over to the uncle because he noticed he was with Lady Raven, right? And it's M. Night Shyamalan playing her uncle. First of all, the concert is full of teen super fans. Wouldn't they all know that this is her uncle and go over to him trying to get to Lady Raven? It just felt super easy. How Cooper is able to like, yeah, my daughter survived cancer, bruh. And like, they just get on stage. But more dumb cops. So a group of cops are there and they want to question Cooper before him and his daughter can, get through and go on stage, right? Now, the profiler told them the butcher is slick. Look out for anyone trying to get backstage. That's why I say her character was useless. Because why we even had to hear her say all that ish? Because the cops wasn't listening. A man and his daughter are trying to get backstage. And all it takes is for the uncle to whisper to the cops and they're like, okay, let him through. Wait, what? Are y'all looking for an elusive, smart, cunning serial killer who's going to try to do anything to get backstage or not? Because if this serial killer is at the concert of an artist with a mostly teen girl fan base, I would assume he's a father with a teen daughter or teen child. Question this nigga. We see them snatching folks up the whole time, but never Cooper. Why? I actually would have liked to see them pull him aside, snatch him up like they did everybody else, question him. They were doing it to other men. And then we'd be able to see them do that to Cooper, but he'd be able to fool them and get through and they cross him off the list. That would be a lot more logical and entertaining and like tense to watch than the cops like, damn, not questioning him the whole fucking movie. The whole fucking concert, because the whole movie ain't at the concert. Oh, and speaking of the cops, let's go back to the tip from the wife about the house. Sorry, this is chaotic. I just saw the movie. The movie is chaotic. When the cops are led to the house, it's literally empty. He doesn't kill anyone in that house. He just goes there to think. Y'all find an empty house with just a ripped up receipt for a ticket. So y'all approve all this fucking overtime and put this big plan together and call all these motherfucking cops. And you're just so sure the butcher will be at the concert. That felt unbelievable as well. I mean, how many movies do we see where there's a legitimate tip called in, but the cops don't believe it or investigate it or take their time investigating it? Also, why jump to the assumption the ticket belongs to the butcher? It could have fallen from one of his victims. I have watched Criminal Minds profile serial killers enough to know y'all should know he has a family and a daughter, so you should have been checking men with their daughters. So how was Cooper evading y'all questioning him? Y'all should know he's meticulous and wouldn't be sloppy enough to leave the ticket receipt behind. I don't know, but honestly, I was trying not to think too hard on things. I was trying not to think too hard on, because sometimes when you be thinking too much, it could just ruin the movie because the movie ain't making no sense. I was just suspending belief and enjoying the movie because, in the words of my little sister, the movie got a movie. Okay, the movie got a movie. Now, I will say I think the entire movie should have stayed at the concert. Maybe add some kind of body count. Cops could be finding people popping up hurt or dead, like the Grease girl, showing us that he's here and trying to create distractions to get out. We did not need to include Cooper's wife and son. We could have made a better story for how the cops knew he would be here. A great third act, in my opinion, would have been in a concert venue and ending it where at the very end, Cooper gets out. Having an opening where maybe Cooper is doing his Dexter thing would be fine. But outside of that, I think the movie should have taken place entirely at the concert venue. We had the girl with the grease. We had the girl he pushed down the stairs. We could have had a little body count here where he was doing different things to try to get out. They kept failing and the cops end up, wait a minute, we're finding people dead or hurt or, dead or injured. Cooper is stressed and trying to find his way out. But to build to that big third act climax in the venue, really adding to the trap scenario, I just think that would have really worked, especially because it gets quite ridiculous when they leave the concert venue. You have this genius serial killer who gets foiled a few times by some dumbass shit. I mean, not being able to break down the damn bathroom door, especially as a firefighter. Lady Raven being able to access the phone so easily and talk to little baby that was held hostage was, first of all, in any other movie, he would have wasted time. Who are you? They always got to waste time with questions and stuff, but no, not this movie. Baby, she was able to get into the phone, contact the kid held captive, log into her IG, go fucking live, and Cooper just knocking on the door like he trying to sell Girl Scout cookies. Any other movie, when someone hides in a bathroom, that door gets broken down easy. Oh, but not here though. Now, the decision to suddenly make Lady Raven a main character in the third act, I'm actually not against the idea in general, but the way it was done made absolutely no motherfucking sense. None. I'm sorry. Nothing made sense. First of all, beautiful girl, nice voice, talented with singing. But baby can't act. I am so sorry. And I had no idea she was M. Night's daughter until the movie was over and I was like looking up, looking up stuff. I'm sorry, but it wasn't when I was looking up stuff. I think when the credits rolled, I saw Shyamalan name. I'm sorry, but the acting was truly horrendous. And then Lady Raven looking perfect makeup while crying and going through the third act irked my motherfucking nerves. I hate when horror cannot make the woman ugly, or movies in general, but it typically happens in horror movies and action movies. When the girl's makeup and hair stays perfect as she fights to survive or runs or gets to get away or cries. If you don't want to be ugly, I don't think you should be an actress. I'm sorry. And the makeup being so perfect made it look like she was crying fake CGI tears. Like, I don't know. It nothing about it worked for me. I am not one of those people who are against nepotism. I actually think it's pretty ridiculous to just be blindly against it. I pretty much take it on a case-by-case basis. I think it is perfectly natural to want to give your kids great opportunities. Who doesn't? Who doesn't want the best for their offspring? I don't think there's anything wrong with having a leg up. I think that's the fucking point of being successful in whatever way, is so your kids can benefit from it. And I mean, you have folks like Kate Hudson, Tracy Ellis Ross, Jamie Lee Curtis, Nicolas Cage, who all have a famous parents, or uncle. But they are all talented in their own right. I don't see an issue. Baby, I know we want to hire our kids and see them flourish. No issues with that. But baby can't act. Help her with the music. She can sing. I am 100% here for the other Shyamalan daughter directing movies. I actually liked The Watchers. I thought it showed promise. Flawed, but showed promise as a director. It showed talent. I just want her to create her own identity, separate from her dad, though. So my issue with the young lady playing Lady Raven isn't the nepotism. It's the lack of acting talent. But also just the character. Lady Raven talking to Cooper in a room alone, getting in the limo and leaving with them alone. Baby, Julius is not leaving Beyonce. Period. No bodyguard, no entourage, no manager. It was just unbelievable. She left the concert like she was a regular old motherfucking concert goer. If I feel it would have been better if he slid her something around everyone. Somehow they all went to his house. At least one other person. Though I am completely against us taking the movie out the venue. But getting to his house and killing her bodyguard or manager, like, that would have worked a lot better. Anything except having a huge fucking pop star go off by her damn self. Also, wanting to be dropped at the corner didn't feel like a solid plan to me for this super smart, serial killer. Wouldn't he have to kill her no matter what because he revealed his identity to her? Then having her on IG like, who lives in Portland by an orange grove and a blue door with a green rapid with a pothole near the curb and a reef on the front gate? And having someone actually know the house and get the cops and rescue the kid in like an hour? Hell no. No way. Again, in any other movie, stuff like this never works. So let me try and figure out, how this went down. Like, literally in a matter of like an hour, you call 911 and you say, hey, I was on this pop star's live video and she said a boy was being held in this house, and the house you described just so happens to be in my neighborhood. And what, the cops go out immediately, believe her story, break into the house. Now hold on that child. They would have had to break into the house to rescue the kid. Didn't we just see a movie called Barbarian where a girl was literally outside the house claiming to have been held captive and stuff was going on, and baby, them cops would not break into that house? What is the procedure? But honestly, just about everything in this movie is just so contrived, and it's like, oh, well, that was super convenient. At every fucking turn. Also, the pop star literally putting her life in danger for a stranger, and not even a fan, just a stranger, being able to memorize the profile and repeat it to the family. I'm sorry to think so low of pop stars, but I don't buy it. Because I wouldn't do none of this. That one boy gotta die. I'm gonna go tell the cops who you are. Have a nice day. The way Lady Raven kept endangering herself just made no damn sense because it kept escalating. I'm sorry to all the pop stars of the world, but hell no, they're not doing that. Now, I thought the twist would be that the wife was in on it and already knew everything. I just knew that when Lady Raven opened the bathroom door, the wife would be standing there and then like attack her. I mean, it's M. Night. It's an M. Night movie. So I think we all look for and wait for a huge twist and reveal. But the wife wasn't in on anything and for some reason decides to stay home with her serial killer husband out on the loose. Look, the lady ain't made smart decisions up until now, so why would we expect anything else? But I think what really takes the cake is Cooper in the house along with his wife, and they're both sitting there, and they're like, I'm gonna kill you, bitch. Let's eat pie, and it's a celebration. What? It was literally, I'm gonna kill you, bitch, and then commit suicide. Let's eat pie, it's a celebration. Again, you have a character who is supposed to be so smart and cunning, but he gets foiled by the dumbest stuff. Being smart enough to, I guess, kill the limo driver and kill a SWAT member and so steal the SWAT gear and get Lady Raven in the limo, but not smart enough to make, like knock her out and make damn sure she can't get away. Just driving, as she's loudly grunting and reaching for the little thing to roll the window down and breaking free. And he's just oblivious. It was glaringly obvious the wife poisoned the damn pie. The entire limo sequence, Cooper being able to teleport out the limo. I found this to be the weakest point of the entire story. I mean, it was all dumber than using the word crispy as like slang for cool. That was the worst ever. I'm so glad I'm not a teenager because what the fuck is crispy? Is that real slang or did M. Night make that up? The story felt like it was just a mess, truly. It felt like M. Night had this great idea, but didn't know a good way to execute his way through it. Unfortunately, Cooper letting Lady Raven get out the limo really irked my nerves. It was sloppy work and the opposite of who his character is supposed to be. But baby, when they tased his ass, let him attack a cop and everything, that's when I truly fell out. Because are you kidding me? And we be talking about the lack of representation, but I'm starting to understand why they can't give Negroes a role like this. Because, look, okay, I'm not going to go there. But he is literally a dangerous killer. And he attacked another officer. Y'all just tasing him. And as if the cops weren't dumb and incompetent enough, Cooper tells them he's literally handcuffed like, yo, give me a minute, bro. And they give him that minute. What the... He goes and messed with the bike. Like he's picking it up or whatever. They let the daughter run up to him as well. He could have killed his daughter or his daughter could have slid him something. Like this was just all the sloppiest, most inept police-ish I have ever seen in my life. And speaking of the daughter, who the hell went and picked up the motherfucking kids? How far away were they? They had to be already on the road back when the cops were tasing Cooper 100 times. Because they were taken somewhere safe, like an aunt house or something. I don't know. They were somewhere safe. The mom was home by herself. So how by the time Cooper is being taken out, is the kids even here? How they get back home the second the dad is captured and walking out the house? Overall, the movie is flawed, but I wasn't thinking too hard into it, or I was trying not to. Ultimately, a movie should entertain, and I gotta say, I was entertained. I was. I am not sure why Cooper's shirt was off in the third act to avoid blood splatter when he kills his wife, I guess. But I loved Josh Hartnett in that scene, as ridiculously written as it was. He is just a top tier actor and has always been a star. He has not lost that magic. Please put him in more horror movies as the lead, and please cast him as more villains. Overall, Trap focused way too much on the damn concert. The story with Josh Hartnett felt like the backdrop, and the concert felt like it was center stage. Like that was the main focus, which did such a disservice to an already disjointed and chaotic movie. Everything felt very done before, but that is honestly not a knock to the movie because I still had fun with it. I don't know, maybe it was rose-colored glasses because Josh Hartnett's performance was so good. I mean, everything did feel very much on one tone. There was no real build and momentum that led to anything truly exciting or honestly memorable. There were a lot of unfortunate decisions, including Cooper seeing his like dead mom, like hallucinating. That led nowhere. Like literally at all. And actually, I was thinking the twist also would be that the profiler was his mom. Stopping for the music performances was wrecking the flow and pacing. It felt like the story kept pausing for music breaks. But I did give this movie 4 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. Truly, y'all, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Like, I'm gonna plead temporary insanity. This should not be a 4-star movie. I don't want to set that in stone. I don't like. At least 3 stars. 3 out of 5 I feel like is fair, but I guess I'll add my emotional bias to the fact that I made it a 4 out of 5 star movie. But I mean, I gotta be honest, yes, the movie is bad, I acknowledge that, but I truly did really enjoy this. Like, I had a lot of fun watching this, but I'm just editing and I'm like, god, 4 stars. Y'all, I look, please trust me after this, but you can trust me because I'm giving you the real deal, and I'm telling you, like, it's might be a little biased, but that is how I enjoyed it. But I just wanted to say probably 3 out of 5. The four is outrageous. The 4 is outrageous. Does that mean I have bad taste? I love this movie. It is the first M. Night movie I have enjoyed since Split. If you saw my video on the worst movies of 2024 so far, then you know I feel like it has been a really lackluster year for movies. Nothing has impressed me. I haven't really enjoyed anything. And while no, Trap did not impress me in the slightest, and it is very flawed, I will not defend the flaws. I did enjoy it more than everything else I saw this year. Well, not everything, but most things I have seen this year. Like, I actually enjoyed this. I feel like Trap was just a brainless, entertaining enough way to kill time. Look, I love this movie, but I can absolutely see it not being for everyone. But hey, that is the beauty of movies. We can all watch the same exact thing and walk away with completely different experiences. But make sure you have your bell notifications on, because I will also be uploading my review for Cuckoo as well as Aliens Romulus. And not, why did I say Aliens Romulus? Alien Romulus. It's not plural. I will also be doing a video ranking all of the Alien movies. I will also be ranking my favorite Ridley Scott movies. And there was another ranking I was going to do. It escapes me now. But just have your bell notification on and you'll be around for these things. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.
Goodbye.